Good morning and welcome to the channel. I've been asked a question a lot recently about what is my favorite movie, being a movie reviewer. Now, as a movie reviewer, I watch a lot of movies, TV shows all the time, so I'm always like, it always changes. I mean, one day I can go watch Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning and I think that's a great film and it's one of my favorite films, and then a couple days later it changes. My mood kind of changes into what I'm into, as I'm sure it does for you if you want action, adventure, or sci-fi, or drama or comedy. It really depends. But there are 10 films that I like that I absolutely will watch at least once a year, if not twice. And they are films that are more than likely some that you may share, and are films that I can always see without being bored of them, and are nonstop favorites of mine. And I have them broken down into a couple different categories. So we're going to start with the superhero genre. There are 4 movies in this genre that I absolutely love, and the first one being Captain America: The Winter Soldier. Easily the best Captain America, a great spy thriller. Really love being able to see Steve Rogers reunite with his old friend Bucky Barnes. Just an amazing film from the beginning to the end. Great plot. Really love Chris Evans' acting. That easily makes the list of the best superhero movies of all time, in my opinion. The second one that I really liked was Avengers Endgame. And this is just because of the nostalgia of growing up and watching the film Infinity War, and then waiting the year to speculate what's going to happen. How is everyone going to come back? Are they dead forever? What's going to happen? Seeing Captain America lift Mjolnir, Iron Man giving himself the ultimate sacrifice, everybody coming back for the amazing portal scene. Overall, Avengers Endgame from start to finish was an amazing film. Really enjoyed it, and the nostalgia that comes with watching that film. Another movie from the superhero genre that I really enjoyed was Spider-Man: No Way Home. It was an amazing film, waiting to see if Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire were going to actually show up in it. We got some villains that returned, like William Dafoe. It was really great to just be able to watch Tom Holland interact with other versions of himself while bringing back the nostalgia of my generation with growing up watching Amazing Spider-Man and Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. It was just really great to see them all on the big screen together. It was an amazing experience, and I watched that any day of the week. Very exciting. And then the last superhero movie that is in my top 10 movies of all time is The Dark Knight. I gotta be honest, Christian Bale nails Batman. There's no other person that nails Batman as well as him, in my opinion. The film with Heath Ledger's Joker was just amazing. It felt really dark and intense. The film had a great message about having to stick together as a city and not being corrupted when evil strikes. It was just really great to be able to see Batman have to become what Gotham needs him to be rather than what he wants to be. It's got a lot of great lessons. It's a really great film. The plot is really intense, and it's just really amazing from start to finish. Easily the best Christian Bale Batman movie, but I would watch the other ones too, but this definitely takes the cake for that. Now, if we move over to some other movies, my favorite actor is probably Tom Cruise. I really like his films. I really think that he is a great, does a great job at acting. I think that one of his best movies is on this list is Top Gun Maverick. I really think that that was a great film. Really enjoyed watching real planes be lifted off in the air, and dogfight scenes. It just was really great and gripping to watch this film, because it really felt like you had like stakes in it as you try to watch to see, is Maverick going to die? Is he going to survive? It just was perfect. It did really great at the box office. Had to be seen on the big screen to get the full experience. If you watch it on your television at home, you're missing out. You needed to see it on the big screen because it was built for that. And then another one of Tom Cruise's movies is my favorite Mission Impossible film, Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol. You can't really beat Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol. Other films have come very close, but Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol was just perfect in the way how the entire IMF was disavowed, and they had to work with what they had. Tom Cruise had to scale the highest building in the world from the outside, and running down the building. I mean, it's so intense. It's really like, it's crazy to watch. It's shot really well with cameras, and it just makes you like have chills. It's nostalgic. It's just really exciting. I've watched it already twice this year. That's how much I really enjoyed that film. But if you go to other genres, you can't just all do superhero, sci-fi, and that kind of thing. There are a few other films that are on my top 10. So far, we've gone through 4 superhero movies and 2 Tom Cruise movies. So I'm going to go into a little bit more into the past before all these movies came out, and go to a Tom Hanks film, which I think deserves to be on this list. And that would be Forrest Gump. I really like watching Forrest Gump, and it's not just for the scene, run, Forrest, run. It's just a really great story about a man named Forrest who goes through life serving in Vietnam to trying to get together with his girl Jenny. He really wants to marry her and trying to chase her through different events throughout life and just raising a son. I mean, it's just a great story from start to finish that I just watched this year for the first time, and I just think it was amazing. I've also watched this film twice this year because it's just such a good film. I've even got a Bubba Gump hat that I wear all the time. It's just a really awesome film to be able to watch. And there's one other film that has no particular genre that I really love to watch, and that'd be Taken. Liam Neeson does a really great job in this film, as you have the whole "I will find you and I will kill you." It's a really gripping thriller that is really great to be able to see as he has to try to find his daughter before it's too late. He's got like 48 hours to find her before she's gone forever, and he goes to no limits to try to save her. So it's a really intense, really great film. It's a little dark, but it is really great to see, and that definitely makes it on my list. Now, for the last two on my top 10 list, and I know this has probably been a lot of suggestions to watch, and if you've seen some of these, let me know in the comments which is your favorite movies or of this list that you really enjoy. Well, without further ado, we're going to jump into my last two, and they actually are seasonal. These are Christmas films, and the first one is Elf. I just saw this one a couple years ago. Will Ferrell does an amazing job as Buddy the Elf. I really think it's a great comedy film for the entire family. Does a great job at getting the Christmas spirit. It's got a lot of Santa in it, and of course, I don't teach Santa or have that in Christmas at all in my house, but I do think that it is kind of fun. It's a fun film to be able to watch, so I really do watch that every year. There are a lot of Christmas movies I watch every year just because it's Christmas time, but definitely is one of the ones that takes priority. And then the one movie that I usually tell people that is my favorite film, like if I get asked that on a daily basis, I can always stay hard and true with It's a Wonderful Life. It's a Wonderful Life. George Bailey it's a great story about a realistic guy who's just trying to make the world a better place, and he goes through some hardships. He even gets to see what it's like if he was never born, and it just shows us how important each life is and how we impact each other. Really exciting movie. Tells us a great story and is a great Christmas film. Definitely one of the better films of the generation that it came out in. I know it's been out a long time, but if you've not seen it in color, it's even better in color. So I really recommend, if you haven't seen It's a Wonderful Life or any of the movies on this list, I really recommend that you check them out. Let me know in the comments your list of movies that you have. It doesn't have to be 10, it can just be a couple or just a single one if you have just one single movie. But just let me know in the comments, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your day.